afternoon and welcome to CISN TV's coverage of Ankeny swimming. Today, Ankeny hosts Newton in a CIML contest. I'm David Clockengay and we welcome you to today's contest as the Ankeny swim team coming off a win the other night against Mason City, taking on Newton, who had their senior night the other night. So NCMP, as I said, hosted Oskaloosa and Williamsburg the other night and had a successful swim meet against them, while Ankeny traveled up to Mason City. And the Ankeny Hawks performed, I shouldn't say Hawks, they're both Centennial and Ankeny High along with North Polk, but Ankeny performed well. Ankeny won the varsity contest by a score of 67-35 and won the junior varsity contest by a score of 87-13. So Ankeny riding pretty high right now, and they had a lot of success in that last swim meet. And real quick, we'll run down some of the individual winners on the varsity side. Madison Carlton won the 200 free in that meet, while Riley Leffler won the 200-yard IM at the varsity level. The 50-yard free went to Alexis Henning, and Dasha Toth won the diving competition for Ankeny. The 100-yard butterfly went to Caroline Walker. In the 100-yard freestyle, the winner of that race was Mia Pearson. Also for Ankeny in some of the individual races, the 100-yard backstroke was won by Rachel Rollo the other night. So a lot of good first-place individual finishes by the Ankeny swim team up at Mason City. And now their second meet of the week as they come home here to take on Newton. So we're looking forward to today's successful swim meet, and then on to next week, where scheduled for Tuesday night, Ames comes in here, and that will be the most competitive meet probably of the season, and looking forward to that one as well coming up on Tuesday night. And for those of you wondering, if you look at the schedule, next Thursday night's swim meet at Southeast Polk has been canceled. So that's kind of looking at the upcoming schedule and what has been going on here. And we will take a break here in just a moment, and when we come back, we'll get ready for tonight's meet as Ankeny hosts Newton. Back with more coverage on CISN TV in just a couple of moments.
Focus. To define what is most important and commit yourself fully. It's why at Fairway, only the best meat makes the cut. Our fresh fish is full of flavor, and our produce is picked with incredible care. It's why we have fewer aisles, greater savings, and the most personal service. At Fairway, our focus is and always will be giving you the best in meat and grocery.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
In Iowa, we grow corn, but to us, corn is more than a cash crop. It's part of who we are. Corn supports our livestock, helping our animals thrive. Corn fuels us. Ethanol powers our state as we push towards a clean, burning future. Corn nourishes us. It gives us an abundance of good food that nourishes our families, helps our student athletes grow stronger. In Iowa, we grow corn. But the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand in hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
And welcome back to the Trail Point Aquatic Center on the campus of DMAC in Ankeny. Tonight, it will be the Ankeny swim team taking on NCMP from Newton. And we're about ready to start as the official right now talking over with a few swimmers, a few of the things, and then I'm sure they'll be about ready to start. And we'll be starting, as always, with a with a 200-yard medley relay at the junior varsity level. So those swimmers are getting ready right now. Some news out of Ankeny today from another sport, and I'm sure a lot of Ankeny fans on the south side of town will be interested in knowing. Arlen Bruce, the very well talked about wide receiver and Iowa University recruit, has been ruled eligible to play and will be on the field Friday night as Ankeny hosts Johnston, and you can watch that as well here on CISN TV. But I know a lot of people here are excited, and that's been the talk here at the swim meet tonight as well with some of the athletic folks here. I know a lot of people in Ankeny on the south side are pretty excited with that news. So this first relay getting ready here, we will have a junior varsity race coming up. There will be two teams from the Aqua Girls from NCMP and three teams from Newton and one team from Ankeny. The Newton girls will be in lanes 2, 3, and 4. The Ankeny squad will be in lane 5. And those swimmers are getting prepared right now to swim in this relay. The varsity relay will then follow, and then we will be down to the 200-yard freestyle, and we'll have 2 races of that as well. Fans still trickling in. Again, limited seating with all athletic events due to COVID-19 restrictions, but parents and some grandparents do get in here to see their swimmers swim here tonight. Officials still conversing with, looks like the timers right now, having a quick timers meeting. We have I can see at least 3 young men from the boys swim team have volunteered tonight, so that's good to see them. And then some Ankeny parents will be the timers. So once the official gets done with that, I'm sure we'll be ready to start tonight's swim contest. Upcoming swim meets, coming up, we've got next Tuesday night, Ankeny will host Ames. And then the following Tuesday night on October 13th, Ankeny will travel to Waukee. Let's take a look at who's going to be swimming in this first junior varsity race. For the Aqua girls from Newton, in lane 2, they have Ava Miller, and then Katie Schlosser, Kaylee Smith, and Brooke Muchka. In lane 3, the Aqua girls will have Brianna Abashar, followed by Ellie Wogan, Carmen Fadley, and Kia Butler. In lane 4 for the Aqua girls, Maggie Williams, Estella Allen, Jaden Hunter, and Skylar Gooden. And lane 5 for Ankeny, Clara Jones, Bryn Schneider, Erica Block, and Dara Cleveland. And we are set for tonight's first event. This is a 200-yard medley relay. They start on their backs, and they are off. The first race off and going. So Newton in lanes 2, 3, and 4. Ankeny in lane 5. Clara Jones of Ankeny with a slight lead here early. Ava Miller in lane 2. In lane 3, that's Brianna Abashar. And in lane 4, that is Maggie Williams. So off the first turn, this is a 200, so each swimmer will swim 1 lap or 50 yards. Clara Jones of Ankeny giving their JV squad an early lead in this event. The breaststrokers will follow. And jumping in for Ankeny is Bryn Schneider in lane 5. In lane 4 for the Aqua girls, Estella Allen. In lane 3, Ellie Wogan. And in lane 2, Katie Schlosser. So Ankeny, Bryn Schneider out in front there. Lane 4 is in second place, and that is Allen. Lane 3 is next, and that's Wogan. And then Schlosser up in lane 2. So Schneider coming around the turn. Erica Block getting set to jump in to swim the butterfly. Schneider touches, Block jumps in. And Jaden Hunter will now jump in lane 4 for Newton. Up in lane 3, Carmen Fadley will jump in. And then in lane 2, it'll be Kaylee Smith. So the third swimmers, the butterflyers, now in the pool. Erica Block for Ankeny. Coming home, Dara Cleveland will swim the freestyle leg, and Cleveland is in the pool. So Cleveland, the fourth and final swimmer for Ankeny. Up in lane 4, that is Skylar Gooden set to jump in as Hunter touches. In lane 3, Kia Butler set to jump in for Carmen Faley, who touches. And in lane 2, that will be Brooke Muchka set to jump in as Kaylee Smith comes home. So Smith comes home, she jumps in, and now for Ankeny, Dara Cleveland finishes. So Ankeny wins this junior varsity race. Lane 4, that is Gooden, and Gooden touches. The winning time, 2 minutes, 10 seconds, and 42 tenths, or 42 100ths. Lane 3, that is Butler. And up in lane 2, Muchka finishes the event. So one in the books, the 200-yard junior varsity medley relay. And now the varsity. Up in lane 2 for the Aqua Girls of Newton, Emily Vandermolen will swim first, followed by Kaylee Van Clee, then McKenna Brooks and Haley Treese. In lane 3, Arabella Edie, followed by Brooke Linenlon, Chloe Kibbe, and Emma Curry. In lane 4, it'll be for Newton, Maylee Ruggles, Grace Benson, Hannah Netter, and Maggie Garrett. For Ankeny in lane 5, Alexis Henning, Anya Peck, Caroline Walker, and Mia Pearson. In lane 6, Abby Brown, Katie Brown, Madison Carlton, and Morgan Waite. And in lane 7, Gracie Block, Megan Meyer, Jordan Sue, and Mariah Parton. So Newton in lanes 2, 3, and 4. Ankeny in lanes 5, 6, and 7. Vandermolen in 2, Edie in 3, Ruggles in 4, Henning in 5, Abby Brown in 6, and Gracie Block in 7, and they are off. It looks like up in lane 5, that is Henning with an early lead. Henning, the senior for Ankeny. In second, Abby Brown, the sophomore. Newton has got third right now in lane 4, and that is Ruggles. And the next set of swimmers now jumping into the water. So going down the list top to bottom, in lane 2 it is Van Clee. In lane 3, Lennon Hahn. In lane 4, Benson. In lane 5, Anya Peck. In lane 6, Katie Brown. And in lane 7, it is Meyer. They're swimming the breaststroke right now. Peck has the lead in lane 5 for Ankeny. In lane 6, that is Katie Brown. And up in lane 4, that is Grace Benson, your top 3 teams. The third swimmer's now starting to jump in. In lane 5 for Ankeny, that was Caroline Walker. Lane 6, Madison Carlton. Lane 7 for Ankeny, Jordan Sue. For the Newton swimmers, in lane 2, Hannah Netter. She's in lane 4. Hannah Netter in lane 4. In lane 3, Chloe Kibbe. And up in lane 2, that is McKenna Brooks. The Butterflyers coming home. And now jumping in for freestyle. In lane 5, the leaders for Ankeny. That is Mia Pearson. In lane 6, Morgan Waite. In lane 7, Mariah Parton set to jump in. For Newton in lane 4, that's Maggie Garrett. Lane 3 getting ready to go in, Emma Curry. And in lane 2 getting set to go in, Haley Treese. And Ankeny will win this race. In lane 5, that is Pearson coming home for first place. Second place for Ankeny in lane 6, that is Waite. Third place for Newton is Maggie Garrett. Fourth place for Ankeny, Mariah Parton. Fifth place for Newton will be Emma Curry, and Haley Treese will take up in sixth place. Winning time, 1 minute, 52.64. Next, we will switch gears and have a little bit longer race, the 200-yard freestyle junior varsity. One heat in the junior varsity. The Aqua Girls from NCMP will have Gracie Brown in lane 1, Olivia Felton in lane 2, Jaden Brooks in lane 3, Emily Mills in lane 4. For Ankeny, Annie Walker in lane 5. Dana Cleveland in lane 6. Nora Clockengay in lane 7. And Rachel Schroeder is in lane 8. Starters sending them up on the blocks, a 200-yard freestyle. So the same distance as the relays you just saw. They'll be swam a little slower since only one swimmer in the pool. And off they go. Again, Brown in 1, Felton 2, Brooks in 3, Mills in 4, Walker, Ankeny in 5, Cleveland, that's Dana Cleveland in 6, Clockengay in 7, Schroeder in 8. It's like Walker and Cleveland with the early lead. Clockengay right behind. So is Schroeder. The 4 Ankeny swimmers currently will touch first. 50 yards in the books. For Newton in lane 4, that's Mills. Then Brooks in 3, Felton in 2, and Brown is in 1. The senior Annie Walker leading this race right now. Cleveland right behind her. Clockengay and Schroeder pretty much dead heat for third. Annie Walker's got a good time going. She turns in just over a minute. It's about 101-ish. So again, Brown up in lane 1. Felton in 2, Brooks in 3, Mills in 4, Walker's in 5, Cleveland in 6, Clockengay in 7, and Schroeder is in 8. Walker in lane 5 leading this race. And Dana Cleveland in 2nd. Schroeder and Clockengay have been just right next to each other in 3rd. Newton. That is Mills turning now in lane 4. Right behind her, Brooks in lane 3. Felton's in 2, Brown's in 1. Annie Walker, the senior for Ankeny, leading this race and now has extended her lead over Dana Cleveland. Walker has finished. Dana Cleveland in 2nd. Who will be in 3rd? Will it be Clockengay or Schroeder? It's going to be close. It will be Schroeder by .26. So the winning time for Annie Walker, 2:11.16. Actually, the difference between Schroeder and Clockengay, it was only 7/100ths of a second. Mills is finished in 5th. Brooks is in 6th. Felton coming home now, and then Gracie Brown for NCMP. So now the varsity portion of this race. In lane 3, it will be Dani DeLasta. In lane 4, Lily Ray, both for the Aqua Girls. For Ankeny in lane 5, Sydney Medeski. In lane 6, Riley Leffler. In lane 7, Josie Parton. And in lane 8, Eva DeMeo.
Lane 3, Dani DeLasta, Aqua Girls. Lane 4, Lily Ray, Aqua Girls. Lane 5, Sydney Medeski. Ankeny, lane 6.
200-yard freestyle. And then after that, we will jump into the 200-yard IMs. So DeLasta in 3, Ray in 4, Medeski in 5, Leffler in 6, Parton's in 7, and DeMeo's in 8. And off they go, the 200-yard varsity freestyle. Everyone pretty even in this first 25. I would say probably Lily Ray of the Aqua Girls, maybe with a slight lead off that first turn. The right behind is Josie Parton in lane 7. And those two have jumped out in front right now. They're about dead even. DeLosta is in 3, Ray's in 4, Medeski in 5, Leffler in 6, Parton in 7, and DeMeo in 8. Again, it is Parton in 7 and Ray in 4, and those two are neck and neck. In third place right now, I would say would be Riley Leffler. And now it is Parton with a slight lead off that turn. So Parton now in first, Ray in a close second. Leffler in third. So they come home for the third of 4 touches. In lane 7, that is Josie Parton. Up there in lane 4, Lily Ray. And now in lane 8, Eva DeMeo. And Cindy Medeski in lane 5. Dana DeLosta in lane 3. This is it, the final stretch. Parton looking to win this race for Ankeny. Parton does come in first. Ray will come in second. And close third for Leffler. Looks like fourth place for Medeski. And fifth for DeMeo. Sixth place, Dana DeLosta. The winning time for Parton, 2:04.11. So that concludes the 200-yard freestyle. We will now move to the 200-yard junior varsity IM. In this race, there will be 3 Aqua girls from Newton. In lane 2, Kaylee Van Clee. In lane 3, Katie Schlosser. And in lane 4, Kaylee Smith. In lane 5 for Ankeny, Jordan Sue. And in lane 6 for Ankeny, Megan Meyer. So Van Clee, Schlosser, and Smith. And for Ankeny, Sue and Meyer. And we are set for the 200-yard junior varsity IM. And they're off. Good first opening dive there for Jordan Sue, who takes the lead off a good dive. It's like right behind her will be Megan Meyer of Ankeny. So this is an IM. You'll see all 4 strokes. The butterfly right now.
Second place, Lily Ray, Aqua Girls, 206.36, and winner, the Varsity 200-yard freestyle.
So off the first turn. Now they'll switch strokes. And the backstroke. So Jordan Sue is in lane 5. Megan Meyer is in lane 6. Turning right now for Newton is Smith in lane 4. Schlosser is in lane 3. And up in lane 2, Kaylee Van Clee. 50 yards of every stroke. This is back. Breaststroke will be next. Jordan Sue will switch to breaststroke. Jordan's breaststroke, she's in first, and in second, Megan Meyer. Up in lane 3, Katie Schlosser will turn first. Then in lane 4, Kaylee Smith. And it's Callie Van Clee up in lane 2. the third of 4 strokes. And now we see Megan Meyer gaining a little ground on Jordan Sue in this breaststroke. That's the fun thing about watching the strokes. You always see some movement because there's always a better stroke for someone, a weaker stroke for someone else. And now we turn and we'll go for the freestyle. And now they're pretty close. It'll be a race between Jordan Sue and Megan Meyer. In fact, Meyer may be passing Sue right now. A pair of seniors in the pool. And Meyer has passed Sue. So Meyer will win this race in the junior varsity IM. Jordan Sue will come in second place. And for Newton, they turn. They have 3 swimmers in the lane. Up in lane 3, Schlosser with the lead for third place. Lane 2, now Van Clee has overtaken lane 4, Smith. Let's see here. Winning time 2 minutes, 28.35 seconds for Meyer. Jordan Sue at 2 minutes, 31.93. Lane 3, that's Schlosser finishing. It's like Van Clee will hold on. And Smith. And now the 200-yard IM varsity. In lane 3 for the Aqua Girls is Arabella Eady. Grace Benson is in lane 4 for the Aqua Girls. For Ankeny in lane 5, Rachel Rollo. Maddie Carlton in lane 6, and Anya Peck is in lane 7. First, we will wait for those swimmers to swim to the other end. One of the many changes with COVID-19 this year. When they get out of the pool on the other end, allowing the swimmers on this end to dive in with their mask off.
Next in the pool, winner of the varsity 200-yard individual medley. Lane 3, Arabella Hyde, Aqua Girls. Lane 4, Grace Benson, Aqua Girls. Lane 5, Rachel Rollo, Ankeny. Lane 6, Madison Carlton, Ankeny. Lane 7, Anya Peck, Ankeny.
So again, Eady in 3, Benson in 4, Rollo in 5, Carlton in 6, and Peck is in 7. And here we go. The varsity edition of the 200-yard IM. Let's keep an eye on Rollo and Carlton and Peck. We got Benson in 4, Eady in 3. So far, everyone pretty close. Slight leads for Rollo and Carlton. Peck is right with them, though. The butterfly now switching over to the back. So it's Rollo in lane 5 with a slight lead. Carlton in lane 6. Peck's in lane 7. Benson in lane 4. And Eady in lane 3. We're glad you're joining us on CISN TV for tonight's Ankeny swim meet at DMAC College, Trail Point Aquatic Center. So Rollo touches, and she will begin her breaststroke. Carlton next in lane 6, and then Peck in lane 7. Benson in lane 4, Eady in lane 3, and Eady is all but caught up to Benson right now. Halfway through the breaststroke, and Rollo with the lead. The sophomore for Ankeny. Carlton behind her, and then Peck. So Rollo with a nice lead will switch to her final leg, the freestyle. Then Carlton, then Peck. And a battle between Benson and Eady. Benson now with a slight lead as they get ready for their freestyle. But Rollo's going to take this race. She's off the turn and heading home. Carlton making a game of it. She'll come in second. Peck a distant third. The 50-yard freestyle is coming up next. There's Peck finishing, and now in the pool, Benson in lane 4, and at the top of your screen in lane 3, that is Edie. Winning time, 2:16.95. We'll have 2 heats of the 50-yard junior varsity freestyle, 1 heat of the varsity. In this first heat, all Ankeny swimmers. Lily Garcia will be in lane 5. Abby Stevenson in lane 6. Clara Jones, lane 7. And in lane 8, at the bottom of your screen, that is Gracie Block. And let's see here, because I see more swimmers than what I have on my sheet. So we may see something different come up here. Yeah, I think that.
Lane 6, Abby Stevenson, Ankeny. Lane 7, Clara Jones, Ankeny. Lane 8, Gracie Block, Ankeny.
Yep, that's what I have. Yeah, the Newton swimmers are up there, but they don't swim to the next race. They're backing off now, so that explains that.
Well, here, this is heat number 1. Heat number
Yeah.
1.
The PA announcer assuring the kids there are 2 heats. And here we go. Garcia in 5, Stevenson in 6, Jones is in 7, Gracie Block in 8. This is 50 yards, down and back. Good start for Gracie Block. She had a good dive, but it looks like it is Clara Jones now taking an early lead. Block right behind her. Jones touches first. It's going to be close. Jones in 7 or Block in 8. Who's going to touch first? It looks like Jones by a hair. Garcia's in lane 5, and then Stevenson in lane 6. 29:32 the time for Clara. So now heat 2. Estella Allen's in lane 1. Kia Butler in 2, Skylar Gooden in 3, Haley Treese in 4, Derek Cleveland in 5 for Ankeny. Cassidy Jensen is in 6, Erica Block is in 7, and Bryn Schneider will be in lane 8.
Junior varsity 50-yard freestyle. Lane 1, Estella Allen, Aqua Girls. Lane 2, Kaya Butler, Aqua Girls. Lane 3, Skylar Gooden, Aqua Girls. Lane 4, Haley Treese, Aqua Girls. Lane 5, Derek Cleveland, Ankeny. Lane 6, Cassidy Jensen, Ankeny. Lane 7, Erica Block, Ankeny. Lane 8, Bryn Schneider, Ankeny. Mr. Starter.
So Allen, Butler, and Gooden, along with Treese in lanes 1 through 4 for the Aqua Girls. For Ankeny, Cleveland, Jensen, Block, and Schneider, lanes 5 through 8. Down and back at 50 yard. The time to beat, 29.32. And they're off. Love about the freestyle, you see a lot of water. It's like the early lead for Cassidy Jensen of Ankeny in lane 6. So Jensen in the lead. Dara Cleveland right behind her. There's your first and second finishers. Winning time, 27:15 for Jensen. Cleveland in second, Schneider in third, Block in fourth. Gooden in fifth, Treese in sixth. And now the 50-yard freestyle varsity. It'll be Emma Curry for Newton in lane 2. Maylee Ruggles in lane 3. Maggie Garrett's in lane 4. And for Ankeny, in lane 5, Mia Pearson. Alexis Hennings in 6. Caroline Walker in 7. And Morgan Waite is in lane 8.
Lane 3, Maylee Ruggles, Aqua Girls. Lane 4, Maggie Garrett, Aqua Girls. Lane 5, Mia Pearson, Ankeny. Lane 6, Alexis Henning, Ankeny. Lane 7, Caroline Walker, Ankeny. Lane 8, Morgan Waite, Ankeny. Mr.
Curry, Ruggles, Garrett. 2 through 4. 5 through 8 is Pearson, Henning, Walker, and Waite. Keep an eye on lanes 4, 5, and 6. We'll see how it turns out. And it is really close. I'm not sure I could even say who is leading right now. Might be Henning in lane 6. It looks like Henning will win this race. She will beat out Mia Pearson. Time 25:33 for Henning. Pearson comes in second, 25:94. Caroline Walker in third, and in fourth, Ruggles. Fifth, Garrett, and sixth, Waite. So that will conclude the first portion of the swim meet. And now we will change over and get ready for the divers. So diving coming up next. We'll take a break. They will warm up. Then we'll have the diving competition. Then there will be another break as the swimmers get back in the pool and loosen back up. And then we'll have the second half of the swim meet. Both Newton and Ankeny have divers, so it will be fun to watch those young ladies compete here tonight. But the first half of the swim meet in the books, it looks like Ankeny leading this by a score of 49-13 as they just updated the scoreboard. So we'll take a break on CISN TV, and we'll come back in a few moments and bring you some diving competition.
Save thousands now at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. 15% off 2020 Equinox and 2020 Trax, or 0% for 84 months. 15% off 2020 Sonic and 2020 Spark. WaukeeChevy.com. 12% off 2020 Blazer. 10% off 2020 Colorado. Up to $15,000 off new 2020 Suburban. We're in a position to give you more for your trade. As always, we're a partner you can count on. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hi, I'm Chris with Fireplace Superstore. Fall's upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. These are ideal for your new construction project, for your remodeling project, or for removing your old wood-burning fireplace and replacing it with a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. Come see us today at Fireplace Superstore, 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. Without question, the COVID-19 pandemic created many disruptive changes in our lives. Some of us got sick, jobs and income were compromised, it was difficult to even spend time with family and friends. But one thing hasn't changed, and that's Westside Auto Pro's commitment to quality service, and that will never change. We're here to make sure you get maximum performance and reliability from your vehicle. So as we all move forward, keep Westside Auto Pros in mind. You've been through enough. We'll make sure your car is the least of your worries.
You can buy a new Ford at any Ford dealer. Why Schottenkirk Ford? Our core values: hard work, trust, character, integrity, honesty, and respect. During Schottenkirk Ford's fall savings event, get up to $12,500 off 2020 F-150 XLT. No goofy rebates. Everyone qualifies. Up to $12,000 off 2020 Expedition XLT. New 2020 EcoSport 4-wheel drive starting at $18,990. Our certified used vehicles come with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. Hurry in. Schottenkirk Ford, Indianola. SchottenkirkFord.com.
Godfather's Pizza's Autumn Feast. A medium specialty pizza, a medium pepperoni pizza, and my new caramel apple streusel with Twix candy pieces. Get yours today.
At MidAmerican Energy, we put our energy into making communities stronger, safer, and ready for the future. We support STEM education and community safety, special events, and economic development activities. We energize our cities and towns just like we have for decades, all to help make your community the place where you want to build your business, your legacy, and your life. It's another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
And welcome back to our coverage of the Ankeny Swim Meet on CISN TV. As Ankeny hosts Newton here this afternoon, I'm David Clockingay, one parent, and another parent joining me now in Karen Peters as we get ready for the diving portion of today's event. And Karen, thanks for joining us. And you know, diving, I think, is a mystery for, I think for a lot of people that come. You can watch a swim meet and kind of figure out that you swim down, you swim back, whoever touches first wins. But for a lot of us, when we watch diving, there's a lot more that goes into this, isn't there?
There is, and there's a lot that goes into the judging. A lot of people think it's just the entry, but there's a lot more to it. They have to have good height. It's the distance from the board. They should be within a couple feet of the board. It's form in the air. It's entry. So there's a lot of things all together that go into it.
So when you're looking at, that's what I think I see with some of the good divers is a lot of times they get further up in the air. And is that a combination of strength and maybe a little bit of confidence too?
Right. You definitely need both of those. It's a lot of strength and power, and then they need the flexibility and to be able to get, especially the pike dives, and speed as well to be able to get them quickly. So a lot of different skills all into one.
And obviously, do divers for the most part get to pick what they do, or how does that go? Because all the dives look different to us,
Every week for the 6 dive meets, there's one dive. It's always the first dive that's called a voluntary dive, and that is a required category. This week is reverse dive, and so the maximum degree of difficulty for that dive is 1.9. So even if they would do a dive that normally would be 2.2, as a voluntary, it's only worth 1.9. The other 5, they get a choice of the dives they do, but they have to be from several different categories. I believe 4 total categories.
So I'm kind of curious from an Ankeny perspective, does sometimes the coach let the kids choose, and then does sometimes the coach choose, or how does that usually work with some of those?
I think it's a combination of the coach and the diver conversation to pick which ones will do well, score well, and make sure they're ones that they have confidence in.
So if you're watching this and you have a young girl, let's say she's in 2nd or 3rd grade, and you think, hey, this might be neat, what things could a youngster do to prepare themselves to become a diver someday?
A lot of the divers are ex-gymnasts, certainly not all of them. I think all of Ankeny's divers used to do gymnastics, and there's a strong gymnastics program in Ankeny, which is why I think we've also developed a strong diving program. It's kind of hard to find a lot of diving places. There aren't many around to actually learn how to do it, especially now with COVID. Most of them aren't operating. But over the summers, there are summer camps and such where people that are interested in diving can try it out. And I think Trail Point, some of the other pools occasionally have open diving on the weekends where people can try it out as well.
Oh, neat. That's what I should do, right? No. I'm not sure. We would never try it. But I know some of our girls, I know your daughter, a lot of trips to Grinnell, right, and up there. So that's got to be a lot of commitment.
It is. There aren't many places right in Ankeny where they can practice. So a lot of the girls go to Grinnell. Right now, some of them are practicing in Marshalltown. Some of them had practiced at Iowa State. So there isn't anywhere really local to us. And a lot of the divers from a lot of the different schools dive together in the off season at some of those places. So they all know each other pretty well.
So I think the divers have warmed up. The head official is giving them some instruction, and then we will be set. It looks like we have 2 young ladies from Newton and 4 from Ankeny that will be competing today. I'm assuming 1 or 2 of them would probably be considered junior varsity and the others varsity.
Since Ankeny just has 3 divers today, they are all varsity, and since there's 2 from the other school, it looks like maybe they'll all be varsity.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break, and we will come back with the diving portion in a moment on CISN TV.
Focus. To define what is most important and commit yourself fully. It's why at Fairway, only the best meat makes the cut. Our fresh fish is full of flavor, and our produce is picked with incredible care. It's why we have fewer aisles, greater savings, and the most personal service. At Fairway, our focus is and always will be giving you the best in meat and grocery.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
And welcome back to our coverage on CISN TV. We may have missed part of that very first dive. They got going quicker than we thought, and that was Erin Hinshaw. And actually, we have a couple of young ladies from Grinnell diving here tonight. So one of the first divers was from Grinnell, and so is Trista Thompson coming up here. So 2 from Grinnell, 1 from Newton, and 3 from Ankeny, I think. So this is Thompson from Grinnell. I wondered earlier why they had different color suits on, and now we know.
7.5, 7.
So some good scores for Thompson. Yeah. As you can see on your screen, 37.40.
Dive 302C, reverse somersault in the duck position, 1.6 degrees of difficulty.
So Lydia Bullard now for Ankeny.
Really nice height on that dive.
7.
And good scores from the officials, which are the 2 coaches and the 1 head official.
Next to the board, Varsity.
And now Hannah Kohlers of Ankeny.
Dive 301C, reverse dive in tuck position, 1.6 degree of difficulty.
The 3rd year of diving in Ankeny, right?
Yes.
So Kohlers.
6.5.
Also good scores.
Yes. Nice scores.
So each diver will have 6 tries. So Kenley Jack of Newton will now jump in. So did she slip off the board a little bit there? What happened there?
She might have. The reverse is the last one of the volunteers they do. It's definitely the most difficult for a lot of the divers to learn.
So now Erica Peters of Ankeny. I'm assuming that looked pretty good.
That looked good to me.
7.5, 8.5.
And that will take the lead, I would think. Heard an 8.5 in there. 39.10. So here's Hinshaw of Grinnell.
That was real nice.
And now the other Grinnell diver. That's Thompson. That was a nice looking dive.
Yes, very nice back dive.
7-7-7.
3 7s for her. Final score on that dive, 33.60, giving her a combined score of 71. And now Bullard to Ankeny. That looked like a good dive.
Nice 1.5 by Lydia.
6.5. 6.5.
7 and 2 6.5s.
Hannah Kohler's Ankeny, dive number 2, 104C. Forward, double somersault, tuck position, 2.2 degree of difficulty.
And now Hannah Kohler's of Ankeny. That was nice.
Nice front double.
6.5. 6.5. 6.5.
All 3 judges scored it at 6.5, which gave her a dive score of 42.90 and a total score of 73.30. So that is leading the competition right now, halfway through the second of 6 dives. Now Newton's diver, Kenley Jack. Jack jumps in.
5.5. 5. Dive number 2, Erica Peters, Ankeny. Dive 104B. Forward, double somersault, pike position, 2.3 degrees of difficulty.
So Erica Peters of Ankeny. This is a hard dive with a degree of difficulty of 2.3. So a couple 4s and a 4.5, and it's a little lower than she probably wanted there.
Dive number 3.
I think she was a little close to the board.
Yeah. I wondered about that. It looked like it was pretty close. Sometimes I cringe that they get so close to the board. Here's Erin Crenshaw of Grinnell, or Hinshaw of Grinnell. Three 5s for her.
Dive number 3, Trista Thompson, Grinnell BGM. Dive 103B. Forward, 1.5 somersault.
And now Trista Thompson of Grinnell. You can see on your board there, on your TV screen, what the dive is and the degree of difficulty. In this case, 1.7.
7.5, 6.5, 7.
7, 6.5, and 7 are the 3 scores. You'll see them pop up on your screen now. 7.5, 6.5, and 7. Combine that with the degree of difficulty, gives her score. And now Lydia Bullard of Ankeny.
Forward dive, half twist, in the straight position, 1.8 degree of difficulty.
It's a fun-looking dive.
It is.
6-6-6.
And 3 sixes for Bollert.
Dive number 3, Hannah Kohler's Ankeny. Dive 403C, inward 1.5 somersault. In the tuck position, 2.2 degree of difficulty.
2.2 degree of difficulty here for Anna Kohlers of Ankeny. Two 5s and a 6. Maybe a little problem with the entry there, I'm assuming.
The inwards, it's tough to get them real close in. There's that balance between being safe and being too close. And
1.5 degree of difficulty.
that inward 1.5 is a tough dive.
This is Jack of Newton.
That was pretty.
Nice dive.
5.5, 5.5. Next on the board, Erica Peters, Ankeny, dive number 3, dive 203B, back 1.5.
So now Erica Peters of Ankeny with a degree of difficulty of 2.3. That looked like a better dive than her
Yes.
last one. We'll see what those judges say.
That should be good.
6-6-6.
3 sixes.
Okay.
That'll give her a good score. Does that put her back in first then? Yeah, 109.25. Okay. Wanted to make sure I was reading the board correctly.
Aaron Hinshaw, Grinnell BGM, dive 202.
So this is the 4th of 6 dives.
Yes, we're on round 4.
Karen is writing all the scores down in her sheet. Here's Aaron Hinshaw of Grinnell.
Nice dive.
5.5, 5, 4.5.
5, 5.5, and 4.5 for Hinshaw.
Next on the board, Krista Thompson, Grinnell BGM.
And now Thompson of Grinnell. And this one's a hard dive with a degree of difficulty of 2.3. Good start. Maybe a little problem with the entry.
3.5, 4.5, 4.
3.5, 4.5, and 4, I believe is what I heard.
Lydia Bullard, Ankeny. Dive number 4.
And now Lydia Bullard of Ankeny.
Inward somersault in the tuck position. 1.6 degree of difficulty.
Nice dive by Lydia.
Definitely. Those inwards are tough. You're jumping backwards but flipping forwards.
6.5, 6, and 5.5. And now Hannah Kohlers of Ankeny.
204C. Back double somersault in the tuck position. 2.0 degree of difficulty.
Another hard dive for Kohlers, a degree of difficulty of 2. Good height.
Yes. She got around nicely.
6, 6.5, 5.5.
6, 6.5, and 5.5.
Next up board, dive number 4, Kenley Jack, NCMB. Dive 402.
And now Kenley Jack of Newton.
1.6 degree of difficulty.
Good entry for her.
Yes, nice inward by Kenley.
6.5.
2 6s and a 6.5 for Jack.
Next on the board, Erica Peters, Ankeny, dive number 403C, inward, 1.5 somersault.
So now Peters of Ankeny with a degree of difficulty of 2.2. She's the last diver of the 4th round. Performed it well.
Nice.
6.5.
At 6 and 2 6.5s. So she leads after 4 rounds with a combined score of 151.05. 2 rounds to go. So we start back at the top. Here's Erin Hinshaw of Grinnell, the first of 2 Grinnell divers.
1.7 degree of difficulty.
Four and a half, and 4. Now Thompson of Grinnell.
Next on the board, Tristan Thompson, Grinnell BGM. Dive number 5, number 402C, inward somersault in tuck position, 1.6 degree of difficulty.
See what the judges say on Thompson's score.
5.5, 4.5, 5.5.
2 5.5s and 1 4.5.
Next on the board, Lydia Bullard, Ankeny. Dive number 5, number 5221D. Back somersault, 1/2 twist. Free position, 1.7 degree of difficulty.
Lydia Bullard of Ankeny.
Very nice.
6.5, 6.5, 6.5.
All 3 judges said 6.5. Now Kohlers.
On board, Hannah Kohlers, Ankeny, dive number 5, number 5124D. Forward somersault, 2 twists. Free position, 2.3 degree of difficulty. Six, 7, 5.5.
6, 7, and 5.5. It is interesting that sometimes the judges can be so different in scores.
Definitely.
On the board, Kinley Jack, NCMP, dive number 5, 202B. Back somersault in pike position, 1.6 degree of difficulty.
And their defense have to make a snap decision and put a score up.
It is. They see it so quickly.
This is Jack of Newton. A little problem at the end there.
Yep.
3.5, 3.5, 3.5.
3 judges all say 3.5.
On the board, Erica Peters, Ankeny, dive number 5, number 105C.
And now Peters of Ankeny.
2.5 somersault.
I think her hardest dive so far, 2.4. Good height. We'll
Yes.
see what the judges say.
5.5, 5.5, 6.
2 5.5s and a 6. But with the degree of difficulty, it gives her over 40 points on the dive, and she leads with 191.85. 1 round to go.
Dive 5121D, forward somersault, 1/2 twist. In the free position, 1.7 degree of difficulty.
Crenshaw of Grinnell in her final dive. Three fours from the judges. Trista Thompson of Grinnell, her final dive. Five, 5.5, and 6.
On the board, Lydia Bullard, Ankeny. Dive number 6, number 201A. Back dive, swing position 1.7.
Now Lydia Bullard of Ankeny. Nice dive.
Pretty in the air.
Very graceful.
6, 6.5.
2 6s and a 6.5.
On the board, Hannah Kohlers, Ankeny. Dive 6, number 5223D.
And now Hannah Kohlers of Ankeny with a nice dive here of a 2.3 degree of difficulty. She'll be looking to post a score. And she will have done that. That was a nice dive.
Mm-hmm.
5, 5.5, 5.5. Gives her 223.85. That is the score to beat.
Dive number 6, number 5221D. Back somersault, 1/2 twist. Free position, 1.7 degree difficulty.
And now Jack of Newton. Three and a half, and 4. And now the final diver, Peters of Ankeny, a degree of difficulty of 2.23. She needs about roughly 32, 33 points to overtake Kohlers. That should do it.
Let's see. Look nice.
6, 7, 6.5.
6, 7, and 6.5. That gives her 236.70.
That concludes our diving portion of tonight's competition.
So Peters in first, Kohlers in second, and Thompson took third. Although I'm not sure how they score that because they're not part of the overall meet. So that, as far as scoring goes, that's how they would finish. As far as scoring goes for the swim meet, it would be a little bit different. But Karen, thanks for joining us for the diving portion. We'll bring it back the next time, and I'm going to ask you about, we'll talk a little bit about that state champion we had last year maybe next time. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Sounds good. So that will conclude the diving portion. We will take a break on CISN TV, let the swimmers warm up. So we'll take a few minutes here, and then we'll come back and conclude the swim meet. So we'll be back in a few on CISN TV.
In Iowa, we grow corn, but to us, corn is more than a cash crop. It's part of who we are. Corn supports our livestock, helping our animals thrive. Corn fuels us. Ethanol powers our state as we push towards a clean, burning future. Corn nourishes us. It gives us an abundance of good food that nourishes our families, helps our student athletes grow stronger. In Iowa, we grow corn. But the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand in hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Save thousands now at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. 15% off 2020 Equinox and 2020 Trax, or 0% for 84 months. 15% off 2020 Sonic and 2020 Spark. WaukeeChevy.com. 12% off 2020 Blazer. 10% off 2020 Colorado. Up to $15,000 off new 2020 Suburban. We're in a position to give you more for your trade. As always, we're a partner you can count on. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hi, I'm Chris with Fireplace Superstore. Fall's upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. These are ideal for your new construction project, for your remodeling project, or for removing your old wood-burning fireplace and replacing it with a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. Come see us today at Fireplace Superstore, 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
And welcome back to our swim meet coverage. Ankeny and Newton from the Trail Point Aquatic Center, and we are set to continue with the 100-yard butterfly. And for the Aqua Girls in lane 2, that's Carmen Fadley. In lane 3, Jaden Hunter. And in lane 4, McKenna Brooks. For Ankeny in lane 5 is Katie Brown. This is the junior varsity 100-yard butterfly. The score at the varsity level is 62-15 after you add in the scores from the diving competition. Newton had one diver, so that's why the disparity in jump and scores, where Ankeny had the 3 divers at the varsity level. So the butterfly, again, this is a 100, so down and back twice. Fadley, Hunter, and Brooks in lanes 2 through 4 for the Aqua Girls, and for Ankeny, Brown, Katie Brown in lane 5. And Katie Brown has taken the lead. It's like a close second for Brooks. Hunter's in third, Fadley in fourth. Now Hunter's in second for Newton. Katie Brown of Ankeny touches, and she'll go back, do it one more time. So Brown for Ankeny in first. Hunter in lane 3 in second. In lane 4, that's Brooks in third, and in a close fourth is Fadley. Katie Brown is coming home. So Katie Brown in this junior varsity 100 butterfly. She touches in first. Jaden Hunter will be in second in lane 3. It's going to be close for third place. And it looks like it'll be Brooks and then Fadley. Winning time 1:08.82. And now the varsity race. It'll be Chloe Kibbe in lane 3. Hannah Netter in lane 4 for the Aqua Girls of Newton. For Ankeny in lane 5, Caroline Walker. Mariah Parton will be in lane 6, and Eva DeMeo in lane 7. Again, you will always see the Newton swimmers in the lanes 1 through 4, the Ankeny swimmers in lanes 5 through 8, and they're doing that this year because of COVID-19, keeping the teams as separated as possible. Normal swimming conditions. Hopefully we'll be back to normal next year. You will see teams alternate between the lanes. Typically in a varsity race, your faster swimmers will be in the middle, and then they'll fan out by their split times from previous races. So Kibbe and Netter for Newton in lanes 3 and 4. For Ankeny, Walker, Parton, and DeMeo. And the Butterflyers are in the pool. Good start for all swimmers. I would say that's Netter maybe with a quick lead for Newton, but it is tight. Too close to call right now. You've got really 4 swimmers that could still win this race. Netter does have the lead on the first turn. She has expanded that lead a little bit over Caroline Walker. So Netter in first, Walker in second, Parton in third. Netter has opened up probably a 2-length lead right now. And it looks like she will end up winning this race. So Netter on the turn. She's in first, Walker in second. And Netter comes home the winner for Newton. Nice job for Netter. Caroline Walker in second. It's going to be close for third. DeMayo out touches Parton. Nice comeback for DeMayo. Kibbe then finishes the winning time for Newton, 59.67 for Netter. And that is a state qualifying time. So congratulations to Hannah Netter. State qualifying time by 2/100ths of a second. I believe the first state qualifying time we have seen here tonight. So that will conclude the butterfly, and now it will be the 100-yard freestyle. First, the junior varsity race, and it will be full with 8 swimmers. 4 from Newton. Olivia Felton in lane 1. Maggie Williams in lane 2. Ellie Wogan in 3. Emily Vandermolen in 4. For Ankeny, Dara Cleveland in 5. Cassidy Jensen in 6. Dana Cleveland in 7. And Maddie Harris in lane 8. Felton, Williams, Wogan, and Vandermolen in lanes 1 through 4. In lanes 5 through 8, Cleveland, Jensen, Cleveland, and Harris. So Dara in lane 5, Dana in lane 6. The sisters. And they're off. So this is a 100. Down and back twice. Looks like Dara Cleveland might be out in front, but it's really close. Cleveland in lane 5, Jensen in lane 6, Dana Cleveland in lane 7. They're all right there. And they're all neck and neck. It might be Dana Cleveland right now with a slight lead. A sibling rivalry going on here with Cassidy Jensen right in between them. Maddie Harris in lane 8. Those 4 swimmers are going to come in first through 4. Who out-touches who? Anyone's guess right now, folks. It's going to be close. And maybe Dara Cleveland? Yes, Dara Cleveland does win it. Time of, well, let's check the time. We haven't posted it yet. Dana Cleveland was second. Jensen third, Harris fourth. And Vandermolen in 5th. Winning time 1:01.78. Nice race. Wogan came in 6th place. And actually we had a tie in there with Williams. So Williams and Wogan tied for 6th down to the 1/100ths of a second. 1:13.96. Felton top of your screen with a time of 1:17.46. And now the varsity race, 100-yard freestyle. In lane 2 for the Aqua Girls of Newton is Brooke Linehan. Grace Benson in lane 3, and Lily Ray will be in lane 4. For Ankeny, Josie Parton in lane 5, Riley Loeffler in 6, and Jordan Sue in lane 7. So Linehan in 2, Benson 3, and Ray in 4 for the Aqua Girls. And for Ankeny, Parton in 5, Loeffler in 6, and Sue in 7. And the 100-yard varsity freestyle is in the water. It's like Ray in lane 4, Parton in lane 5 will touch first. And they're neck and neck. You can see it's fanning out in this race, so they're swimming to their seat times right now. Slight edge for Parton on the first turn. 26.54 her split, 26.64 for Ray of Newton. It's close. Parton has opened up just a very slight lead, but it's still too close to call. Josie Parton in lane 5, Lily Ray in lane 6. It's going to come down to a touch. And the winner is Parton. That was close. Time of 55.95 for Josie Parton. Ray came in second, 56.07. Riley Leffler in third, 58.71. Jordan Sue in fourth. Gracie Benson in fifth, and Brooke Linehan in sixth place. So if that was fast and exciting, hold on, because we have two 500s coming up, and that'll slow the pace down a little bit. So the junior varsity 500-yard freestyle will be first. We'll have two swimmers from Newton, three from Ankeny. For Newton in lane 3, Brooke Muchka and Jaden Brooks in lane 4. For Ankeny, Madison Carlton in lane 5, Rachel Rollo and I am right. Rachel Rollo in 6 and Abby Brown in lane 7. So coaches for Ankeny is kind of putting some usual varsity swimmers in this junior varsity race. Mix it up a little bit here. So 5 swimmers in this junior varsity race. You're going to see some good times. Muchka in lane 3, Brooks in lane 4, Carlton in 5, Rollo in 6, and Brown in 7. And they're in the water. So again, this is 20 touches in all. 10 laps. So a pretty good race off to the beginning here. It looks like Rollo with a slight lead over Carlton. Carlton was at state last year in this 500-yard event. In fact, I think she holds the record up on the new record board. And for you Ankeny fans, we have a new record board that was just put up last week. And her name is on it for this event. So right now, we've got the leader. It looks like Madison Carlton in lane 5, Rachel Rollo in 6, and now Abby Brown in 7. And for Newton, we've got Jaden Brooks in lane 4, and in lane 3, Brooke Muchka. So it is close between Carlton and Rollo as expected. And a pretty fast clip on the first 100 right at 1 minute. To give you an idea, that's a pretty good time for 100 overall, and they should be pacing a little bit here. So they're swimming fast. It will be interesting to see if there's a faster time in the junior varsity race compared to the varsity race. You might see it tonight here. We'll find out. So you'll see the numbers on the far end now, telling the swimmers what lap they're on or what half lap they're on. They'll see 17, and then they'll see a red board saying that this is it, and then they come back and touch to finish. So right now you see 7s. So Carlton in first, Rollo in second, Brown in third. The varsity race coming up, we'll have Emily Mills and Dana Delasta for Newton. Sydney Medeski and Erica Block for Ankeny. Maddie Carlton in first, Rollo in second. We're just over halfway through this race. Carlton, Rollo, and then Brown. For Ankeny, the first through three swimmers. Brooks is in lane 4. Muchka in lane 3 for Newton. Once in a while you will see on the other end a sign that's upside down. That's not by accident. That's a communication. The swimmers a lot of times will want to hit a certain speed, a certain time on their splits, and that's telling them, in fact, they're behind what they want to be. So it basically tells the swimmer to speed it up. Easier said than done when you're middle of a 500, but it's a form of communication. Sometimes I wonder if they don't flip them over upside down on purpose just to motivate them to swim faster. So Maddie Carlton has opened up a lead on Rollo as expected. This really is her signature race, or certainly one of them. So she sees her 17. That means she's got 3 touches left to be finished. You're going to hear a horn in a second. That's for Madison Carlton saying she's leading the race. And there's 1 lap to go for the leader. And there it is. So Maddie Carlton in first, 1 lap remaining. Carlton goes down for her last touch. So Carlton wins the race. Here comes Rollo to finish her race. And Abby Brown right behind. Time of 5:22.82. Maddie's on the board at 5:04.93. She has the Ankeny record in this event. That tells you she took it a little easy today. Rollo's time, 5:30.76. Brown in at 5:42.71. In the pool now for Newton. We have Brooks in lane 4, Muchka in lane 3. And Brooks is coming home now for her final touch before she finishes the race. There's the orange board for Brooks. Muchka now coming down, and she will see the orange board, and then this event will be finalized. So Jaden Brooks of Newton finishes. It's a hard race, folks. It's one I couldn't do. I couldn't do a 50. I'd be lucky to do a 25. You know, Brooke Muchka right now is finishing strong. Congratulations to her for that. Good finish. So that will conclude the 500-yard junior varsity race, and now the varsity race will come up once the swimmers that are in the pool swim to the other end and get out. And in the varsity race, there will be 4 swimmers. Emily Mills will be in lane 3, and Dana Delasta in lane 4, both from Newton. And for Ankeny, 2 swimmers, Sydney Medeski in lane 5 and Erica Block in lane 6.
Next event, the Varsity 500-yard freestyle. Lane 3, Emily Mills.
Emily Mills in 3, Delasta in 4. I mispronounced it a moment ago. Delasta in 4, Medeski in 5, and Block in 6.
Lane 6, Erica Block, Ankeny. Mr. Starter.
One more swimmer to get out. And now up to the blocks go the varsity swimmers in this 500-yard. And they're off. Good start for Erica Block. I think she hit the water first. Block in lane 6, Medeski in 5, Delasta in 4, and Mills in 3. And the early lead for Sydney Medeski now in the first turn. They're going at a pretty good clip here. The first split time, 30-30 for Medeski. She is in first. Block in second, 32:08. Again, this is the 500-yard varsity race. Coming up next will be the 200-yard freestyle, junior varsity, and then varsity. Give you an idea, a state qualifying time in this race is 5:17:63. Don't know if we'll see that right now, but that's a pretty good clip. So Medeski now has opened up a nice lead, about 2.5 lengths over Block. You see the boards down at the end. Technically, legally, they cannot flip them until the swimmer touches on the block end, the opposite end of them, and then they flip their cards to the next level. That also helps the head official know where all the swimmers are. So it is a team effort between the swimmer in the pool and their card holder at the end. Medeski for Ankeny in first place in lane 5. In second place, Erica Block of Ankeny. In third place is Dana Delasta of Newton. Emily Mills in lane 3 is behind her. They're fairly close. So we're nearing the halfway mark when Medeski touches on this end in lane 5. So Medeski halfway done. Here comes Block at her halfway mark. Delasta in lane 4, Mills in lane 3. Ankeny will be back in the pool here in Ankeny Tuesday night against Ames on CISN TV. That'll be a good one, folks. Ames maybe the most storied swim program in the state coming in. Last year, Dowling Catholic beat them and won the state title. Ankeny was, I believe, third last year. Medeski looking good in the pool right now. She's opened up a commanding lead. She's getting ready for her 15th touch. And that one goes upside down. That means they want her to go faster. Speed up the pace. She probably has a goal in mind of where she wants to finish this race. And that's communicating with her that she's a little behind that time that she wants. So that's Medeski in first, Block in lane 6 and second. Then Delasta is in third place in lane 4. And Emily Mills up in lane 3. Four of these swimmers will score points for their varsity teams. Here comes the horn for Medeski. 1 lap remaining for her. She's going to come in a little under 6 minutes. She gets her orange board and is coming back. Block getting her last 50 in now. Medeski picking up the pace to finish strong. It's going to be about 145, 146, somewhere in there. Time 5:45.42. And now Block. See what Block ends up at 6:11.92. Delasta's in lane 4. She's finishing up. And Delasta comes in. And now Emily Mills right behind. Mills trying to get in under that 7-minute mark. Delasta in at 6:35.34. And Mills does it around 6:53-ish. See what the final time is posted. 6:53.34. And now the 200-yard freestyle junior varsity race. The Aqua Girls will have 3 teams. The Ankeny team will have 2. For the Aqua Girls in lane 2, Carmen Fadley, Kaylee Van Clay, Gracie Brown, and Katie Schlosser. In lane 3 for the Aqua Girls, Ellie Wogan, Olivia Felton, Jaden Hunter, and Maggie Williams. In lane 4, Kia Butler, Jaden Brooks, Estella Allen, and Brooke Muchka. For Ankeny in lane 5, Cassidy Jensen, Gracie Block, Dara Cleveland, and Dana Cleveland. And in lane 6, Claire Brooklander, Maddie Harris, Lily Garcia, and Abby Stevenson. And we are set, the 200-yard freestyle. Each swimmer will go down and back 50 yards. Fadley, Wogan, and Butler in lanes 2, 3, and 4. In lane 5, Jensen. In lane 6, Brooklander. And it looks like Jensen takes the lead for Ankeny in lane 5. And Butler's in lane 4 right behind her. So Jensen in lane 5, Butler in lane 4. For Ankeny in lane 6 is Brooklander. In lane 3 for the Aqua Girls, Wogan. In lane 2 is Fadley. And they jump in lane 5, the lead for Gracie Block now in the water. I'll just go down the list. In lane 2, it's Van Clee. In lane 3, Felton. In lane 4, Brooks. In lane 5, Gracie Block. And in lane 6, Maddie Harris. Ankeny has the lead in lane 5. And it is close for second place between lane 4 and lane 6. So that's Block finishing. Jumping in now, Dara Cleveland in lane 5, and they have the lead. And now in lane 6, Lily Garcia jumps in lane 4, that's Estella Allen. In lane 3, the third swimmer, Jaden Hunter, and the third swimmer in lane 2 will be Gracie Brown. And now the fourth and final swimmers getting set in this junior varsity 200-yard freestyle race. The lane 5 Ankeny team will send in Dana Cleveland as Dara touches. They will end up winning the race. It's close for second. Right now, lane 6, Abby Stevenson goes in. And in lane 4, that's Brooke Muchka. In lane 3, jumping in will be Maggie Williams. And then in lane 2, it is Katie Schlosser. But lane 5, Dana Cleveland will finish the race and win the race in lane 5. Looks like Newton has opened up a second place lead. In lane 4, Brooke Muchka. Muchka will finish in second place. That's Abby Stevenson for Ankeny finishing in third. Maggie Williams up in there in lane 3 will be next. And then in lane 2 at the top of your screen, that is Kate Schlossler. The varsity race coming up. In lane 3 for the Aqua Girls, Emma Curry, Skylar Gooden, Haley Treese, and Brooke Linehan. In lane 4 for the Aqua Girls, Hannah Netter, Maggie Garrett, Grace Benson, and Lily Ray. In lane 5 for Ankeny, Josie Parton, Morgan Waite, Erica Peters, and Rachel Rollo. In lane 6, Annie Walker, Jordan Sue, Eva DeMeo, and Riley Leffler. And in lane 7 for Ankeny, Katie Brown, Cindy Medeski, Nora Clockengay, and Rachel Schrader. So this is the varsity race coming up. So in lane 3, it'll be Curry. In lane 4, Netter. And in lane 5, Parton. Lane 6, Annie Walker. And in lane 7, Katie Brown. Aqua Girls in lanes 3 and 4. Ankeny has lanes 5, 6, and 7. And they're off. The 200-yard varsity freestyle race. All 5 teams pretty close right now. As expected, looks like lanes 4 and 5 with the early lead. Parton is in lane 5, Netter in lane 4. Now jumping in the second set of swimmers. I'll go top to bottom. So in lane 3, it is Skylar Gooden. In lane 4 for the Aqua Girls, Maggie Garrett. In lane 5 for Ankeny, Morgan Waite. In lane 6 for Ankeny, Jordan Sue. And in lane 7 for Ankeny, Sydney Medeski. And it is a close race between the Aqua Girls in lane 4 and Ankeny in lane 5. Garrett versus Waite right now. The third set of swimmers setting to go in. I'm just going to go top to bottom. In lane 3, Haley Treese. In lane 4, Grace Benson. In lane 5, Erica Peters. In lane 6, Eva DeMeo. And in lane 7, Nora Clockengay. The 200-yard varsity freestyle. So Peters looking good right now. He's been focusing more on diving this year, but helping the team out with relays. And I'll get you the fourth set of swimmers here in just a moment. I'm going to go top to bottom. In lane 3, Brooke Linehan. In lane 4, Lily Ray. In lane 5, Rachel Rollo. In lane 6, Riley Leffler. And in lane 7, Rachel Schroeder. It is going to be close, but it looks like Ankeny with a slight lead as we come to the finish. Riley Leffler in first place for Ankeny. Or excuse me, that was Rachel Rollo in first place for Ankeny. Lily Ray for Newton came in second. Ankeny gets third in the lane 6 with Riley Leffler. In lane 7, that was Rachel Schroeder. At the top of your screen, the lane 3, Brooke Linehan. The winning time, 1:44.63. And now the junior varsity 100-yard backstroke. The 4 Newton swimmers in lane 1, Ava Miller. In lane 2 is Brianna Abishar. In lane 3, McKenna Brooks. And in lane 4, Emily Vandermolen. For Ankeny, in lane 5, Gracie Block. In lane 6, Mariah Parton. And in lane 7, Megan Meyer. Again, the 100-yard backstroke junior varsity. Miller in 1, Abishar in 2, Brooks in 3, Vandermolen in 4, Block in 5, Parton in 6, Meyer in 7. You'll see their names now up on the scoreboard. The backstrokers in the pool. I would say maybe Mariah Parton with the early lead, but it is close between Gracie Block and her. So Parton in 6, Block in 5, Meyer in 7. They're all neck and neck right now. Right behind them is Vandermolen. But it is Parton in lane 6 with the lead. And now Meyer has taken second place, Block in 3rd, Vandermolen in 4th. And then Brooks in lane 3, Abishur in 2, and Miller in 1. And they're coming home for the final time. Lane 6, that is Parton. Meyer right behind her. Mariah Parton will finish this race in first place. Meyer in second. Gracie Block holding on for third. And Emily Vandermolen pushing her for fourth. And then McKenna Brooks in lane 3. Abishar in 2. And Miller in 1. A winning time of 1:09.66. And now event 20, the varsity race. We have Chloe Kibbe in lane 2. Arbella Edie in lane 3. We have Malaya Ruggles in 4. Alexis Henning in 5. Abby Brown in 6. Annie Walker in 7. 3 from Newton, 3 from Ankeny. Kibbe, Edie, and Ruggles in lanes 2 through 4. For Newton in lanes 5 through 7, Henning, Brown, and Annie Walker. Breaststrokers are next. Then a couple of relays and the meet will be done. The varsity backstroke event. And they're off. Henning takes the early lead. For Ankeny, they're in lane 5. Pretty close for second place. Henning touches first. Brown and Ruggles right behind. As we near the halfway point of this backstroke event. Henning will touch first at the halfway point. Abby Brown in second. Tie for third between Annie Walker and Maylee Ruggles. Edie's in lane 3, Kibbe's in lane 2, and they're pretty close to each other. Here comes Henning. Henning will win this race. Abby Brown will get second. See if Henning can get in there. Looks like just over a minute. .101.09 the winning time for Henning. Exactly 1 second over the state qualifying time. So a good race for Henning. And now let's switch to breaststroke, junior varsity race. 2 Aqua girls from Newton, Stella Allen in 3, and Kaylee Van Clay in lane 4. For Ankeny in lane 5, we have Bryn Schneider. Maddie Harris is in lane 6. Rachel Schroeder in lane 7, and Nora Clockengay in lane 8.
Estella Allen, Aqua Girls. Lane 4, Callie Van Clay, Aqua Girls. Lane 5, Bryn Schneider, Ankeny. Lane 6, Maddie Harris, Ankeny. Lane 7, Rachel Schroeder, Ankeny. Lane 8, Nora Clockengay, Ankeny. Mr. Carter.
Allen in lane 3, Van Clay in 4, Schneider in 5, Harris in 6, Schroeder in 7, Clockengay in 8. This is the 100-yard junior varsity breaststroke.
Results of the varsity 100-yard backstroke. 5th place, Chloe Kibbe.
So they're off in the pool. Everyone looking pretty even right now. It's like the first early touch for Schneider, but they're all pretty close right now. Again, Allen in lane 3, Van Clay in 4, Schneider in 5, Harris in 6, Schroeder in 7, Clockengay in 8. Looks like it'll be Schneider in first place, Clockengay in second right now. Anyone's race. Every one of these swimmers still in it. In fact, the Newton swimmer's starting to sneak up now on Schneider. Schneider will touch first. Really close then between Clockengay and Van Clay, it looks like. Allen right there as well. It looks like Schneider will win this race, but it's going to be tight. Schneider in first, Van Clay in second, Allen in third, Clockengay in fourth. All right next to each other. And then Schroeder and Harris finish as well. Good race by all. The winning time 1:22.92 for Schneider. And now the varsity race. 100-yard breaststroke. For Newton in lane 3, Brooke Linehan, and in lane 4, Maggie Garrett. For Ankeny in lane 5, Anya Peck. Katie Brown in lane 6, Morgan Waite in lane 7, and Erica Peters in lane 8. Erica has not been focusing a lot on swimming this year, but she is a good breaststroker. We'll see what she does here.
Next event, the varsity 100-yard breaststroke. Lane 3, Brooke Linehan.
Anya Peck splits time between the swim team and cross country. I don't know how you do that. She has more energy than any of us. Linehan in 3, Garrett in 4, Peck in 5, Brown in 6, Waite in 7, Peters in 8. And the final breaststroke event in the pool. This could be a fun race. Anya Peck will touch first. It's like it's Peck and Peters right now. Peck, Peters, then Brown in lane 6, Waits in lane 7. For Newton, it's Garrett in 4, Linehan in 3. Peters' score will not count toward the varsity score in this race. You can only have 3 varsity swimmers, so she is swimming. Her score just won't count in the overall tallies. That matters not. They're still swimming for first and second. And it does look like Peck will win this race. So Anya Peck. The youngster comes in first. Peters in second. Brown in third. Waite in fourth, Garrett, and then Linehan. And now we have 2 relays to conclude the swim meet. First, those swimmers will swim to the other end. It'll give me a chance to tell you who's in the 400-yard junior varsity race. For the Aqua Girls in lane 3, Carmen Fadley will swim first, followed by Gracie Brown, Olivia Felton, and Ava Miller. And then in lane 3, Kaya Butler, Brianna Abishar, Katie Schlosser, and Kaylee Smith. For the Aqua Girls in lane 4, Jaden Brooks, Jaden Hunter, Maggie Williams, and Ellie Wogan. For Ankeny in lane 5, Cassidy Jensen, Cindy Medeski, Nora Clockengay, and Rachel Schroeder. And in lane 6, Dana Cleveland, Erica Block, Bryn Schneider, and Maddie Harris. So jumping in first in this order, up at lane 2, Fadley, in lane 3, Butler, in lane 4, Brooks, in lane 5, Jennison, and in lane 6, Cleveland. And that's Dana. So 400 yard, each swimmer swims 100. The junior varsity race in the water. Side Cassidy Jensen with an early lead. Dana Cleveland right behind her. In lane 4, that's Brooks. In lane 3, Butler, and Fadley's in 2. Each swimmer down and back twice. So Cassidy in lane 5 touches first. Dana Cleveland touches second. In lane 3, Butler touches third. In lane 4, that is Brooks. Up in lane 2, that's Fadley. And right now, quite a race between Jensen and Cleveland. Jensen barely in front of Cleveland. It's close. For the Ankeny swimmers, jumping in next, in lane 5 will be Sydney Medeski, and in lane 6, Erica Block. We'll get them in the water first, and they go in together. And now for Newton, the next set of swimmers. So I'll go top to bottom. In lane 2, it'll be Gracie Brown. In lane 3, it'll be Brianna Abishar. And in lane 4, Jaden Hunter. The Ankeny swimmers, Medeski in 5 and Block in 6. And they are neck and neck. There's that fingertip to fingertip. A slight lead for Medeski now. And that's the way it was when they touched on the first set of swimmers. Up at the top of your screen in lane 4, that's Hunter. Abishar in 3, they're neck and neck. And then Gracie Brown up there in lane 2. This is the second of 4 swimmers in this relay. The next set to come in. It'll be Clockengay in lane 5 jumping in, and Bryn Schneider in lane 6. Clockengay goes in, Schneider right behind. So that Ankeny duo, and it's been a close race between those 2 lanes. And now jumping in for Newton. In lane 4 will be Maggie Williams. In lane 3 will be Katie Schlosser. And in lane 2, Olivia Felton will jump in here in a moment. Clockengay with a slight lead in lane 5 over Schneider in lane 6. Schneider might be passing Clockengay right now. And that race will come down to the last set of swimmers for sure. So now in the lead is lane 6. Schneider. Clockengay right behind. So jumping in to conclude the race, lane 6 will be Maddie Harris, and in lane 5, Rachel Schroeder. Harris in, Schroeder in. See if Harris can lead it, the Ankeny B team over a win over the Ankeny A team. We might see a mild upset. Newton getting set to jump in their last set of swimmers. And now Harris pulling out. In lane 4, jumping in, Ellie Wogan. A nice lead in lane 6 now for Harris over Schroeder. In lane 3, that's Kaylee Smith jumping in. The race is about to conclude as Harris comes home. In lane 2, that's Ava Miller. She jumps in. Winning the race in lane 6, the B team for Ankeny of Maddie Harris. So it'll be Dana Cleveland, Erica Block, Bryn Schneider, and Maddie Harris winning the race. Rachel Schroeder comes in second. Cassidy, Medeski, Clockingay, and Schroeder. We have one race to come, the Varsity Race. Coming in third will be lane 4. That's Ellie Wogan in the pool now. Her teammates, Brooks, Hunter, Williams. They will finish next. Then up in lane 3, that is Kaylee Smith. And in lane 2, that's Ava Miller. Smith coming home and then Miller. One final race, the 400-yard varsity freestyle. Ava Miller coming home to finish this. Let's start with the names of the next race. For the Aqua Girls in lane 2, Emily Mills, Brooke Muchka, Dana Delasta, and Emily Vandermolen. In lane 3, Skylar Gooden, Haley Treese, Chloe Kibbe, and Arbella Eddy. In lane 4, Lily Ray, Maylee Ruggles, Natalie Bowl, and Hannah Netter. In lane 5, for Ankeny, Mia Pearson, Maddie Carlton, Abby Brown, and Anya Peck. In lane 6 for Ankeny, Josie Parton, Rachel Rollo, Caroline Walker, and Alexis Henning. And in lane 7 for Ankeny, Riley Leffler, Eva DeMeo, Mariah Parton, and Annie Walker. Those will be your swimmers in the final race of the night.
Last event of this evening, the Varsity 400-yard freestyle relay.
So in lane 2, it'll be Mills. In lane 3, Gooden. In lane 4, Ray. In lane 5, Pearson. In lane 6, Josie Parton. And in lane 7, Riley Leffler. This is the 400-yard varsity freestyle. And we're set. So Newton in lanes 2 through 4, Ankeny in lanes 5 through 7. And off they go. Pretty close between lanes, it looks like 6, 5, and 4. They're taking the early lead. Up there in lane 4 for the Aqua Girls is Ray. In lane 5, it's Pearson. In lane 6, Josie Parton. Pearson has opened up a little bit of lead on the first of two laps. So Pearson for Ankeny in first. Ray in second for Newton. Parton for Ankeny in third. And fourth for Ankeny is Leffler in lane 7. In lane 3, that's Gooden, and in lane 2, Mills. So Pearson coming home for Ankeny in that 5th spot. Maddie Carlton jumps in. In lane 4, that's Ruggles jumping in. In lane 6, jumping in is Rollo. And in lane 7, it's DeMeo. In lane 3, jumping in now is Treese. And in lane 2, that's Muchka. Just jumped in the pool. As we're near the first of 2 laps for these swimmers. That is Maddie Carlton in the lead. Now Rachel Rollo is taking over second. Ruggles in third for Newton. And fourth is DeMeo in lane 7. Treese is in lane 3. And behind her is Muchka in lane 2. We're nearing the halfway point of this relay. Maddie Carlton has opened up a lead. Rachel Rolla pushing her for second. The third set of swimmers jumping in. For Ankeny in lane 5, Abby Brown. In lane 6 for Ankeny is Caroline Walker. In lane 7 for Ankeny is Mariah Parton. For Newton in lane 4, that is Natalie Bull. Lane 3, the third swimmer will be Chloe Kibbe. She's getting ready to jump in now. And in lane 2, the third swimmer will be Dana DeLasta. And she is jumping in right now. Ankeny, it's a battle between lanes 5 and 6. Abby Brown is in lane 5. Caroline Walker is in lane 6. Walker might be taking her. It is tight and close. And third place is a battle between lanes 7 and 4. The Ankeny swimmer in 7 is Mariah Parton. In lane 4, that is Natalie Bull. Caroline Walker now with a slight lead for Ankeny in lane 6. Abby Brown in 5, the last set of swimmers getting ready to jump in. In lane 6, the lead for Alexis Henning to bring home. In lane 5, that's Anya Peck that's jumping in. In lane 7, that's Annie Walker. She's in the pool. In lane 4, Netter Hannah. She had a great swim. We'll tell you about that in a moment earlier tonight. But Ankeny's B team will win this going away, and that is Alexis Henning for the win. One more lap yet, David, and then we'll have a winner. Jumping in lane 3, that's Eddie. And in lane 2, jumping in now is Vandermolen. So all the swimmers are in the pool. The final set of swimmers. And now coming home in lane 6 is Alexis Henning. Well under 4 minutes. Henning finishes in first. Anya Peck in lane 5 will finish next. The winning team, Josie Parton, Rachel Rollo, Caroline Walker, and Alexis Henning. Now finishing in lane 7 is Annie Walker. Hannah Netter is done. So actually, Netter did get third. So Ankeny's in lane 6 first, in lane 5 for Ankeny's second. Newton gets third in lane 4. Ankeny gets fourth in lane 7. And now it's Newton in lane 3, that's Eddie. She finishes, and in lane 2, that is Vandermolen. And that will then conclude the swim meet. A good meet tonight. Congratulations to all of the teams, both Ankeny and Newton, and then the 2 young ladies who were diving tonight from Grinnell as they joined the fun as well. So that'll conclude it. And in case you're just tuning in, congratulations earlier tonight to Hannah Netter of Newton in the 100-yard butterfly. And she had a state qualifying time of 59.67. Ankeny wins the varsity and junior varsity races tonight. The final score, 137-47 in the varsity race. So that'll conclude the race. Coming up for Ankeny, the next time you will see them in the pool is on Tuesday night, October 6th. Ames comes to Ankeny. That'll be one worth watching. At 5:30, we'll be on the air here on CISN TV at about 5:20. So tune in for that. Thank you for joining us tonight. A good event, a good night. We congratulate both Ankeny and Newton for a fine race. And that'll wrap it up. Thank you for joining us on CISN TV, and good night.